because right now we're limited on time and we need that extra push. And just somebody behind you trying to take your spot, that's lighting a fire. So it's been good though. Everybody's getting along.
And a lot of players throughout the league, that anybody has talked to will talk about how much faster you can play the game when you don't have to think as much. How big of a difference is it for you personally and just in general that you're able to come in here in the same scheme that you guys played in last year? How is that process mentally to be able to process things so much more quickly, and how does that translate to making more plays and being more successful?
Right. So you don't have to you get the defensive call. You don't have to worry about what you have to do. Now you can worry about what the offense is doing, what formation they're in. You don't have to do as much thinking when you already know your job and you know everybody else's job on the defense. So you can start studying tape on the offense, and you'll get clues there, and it'll just give you a little extra step, knowing where, the block might fit or where the ball might go, what routes they might run. So you don't have to do a lot of thinking once you know your defense. And right now, having second year on this defense, it's clicking. I don't even think out there. I'm reacting. I'm knowing what's coming, and I'm just playing fast.
All right, next is going to be Greg Allman.
Hey, Jordan, we talked about this before, but especially now with Shipley coming in too, there's such a cluster of Pittsburgh area guys that worked or played at Pitt, guys from the Pittsburgh area, all over this team and this roster. Just want to ask you how, I know it's a lot of guys at a lot of different ages, but how close a group it is and how cool it is to have so many guys from where you're from.
Oh, yeah, it's cool. I haven't had no Pitt guys with me here. So, when Shady came, it was cool because, that's everybody knows Shady. But nah, he's a good dude, and it just feels you get that connection. You got something to talk about. People been there at Pitt, and the changes we talked about, like the changes that when he was there from when I got there. So it's interesting to just hear how it used to be.
Thank you.
Okay, next is going to be Jenna Lane. Please raise your hand if you have a question.
Jordan, Coach Arians said last year at the end of the season, the difference between you guys and the Saints was that at the beginning of the season, they knew that they were going to win the division. You guys were still kind of just figuring it out and weren't really sure of yourselves. Has that attitude changed this year going into this season? And how big is it the fact that you get to face the defending champions in week one, which could really set the tone for your season as a defense?
Right. Well, first thing we go into the games, I know for sure just with the right mindset, think we gonna win. But as everybody, I guess we need to come starts now and practice and have that mindset that we're not losing because we in the NFL too, and we've been practicing hard. We're ready, and I think it's just everybody need to change that mindset. It's yourself. You can't really rely on anybody to have that mindset of losing. It's up to you, and I think that the guys that we got, nobody has that mindset, and then just the character and the leaders we got that we're focused and we're headed on the right direction.
And as far as do you feel a difference, a shift in mindset, a shift in kind of mentality from last year? Plus, it was your first year working in the defense,
right?
This year.
Right, for sure. The defense is confident. We know what we could do. We know what we're capable of. And it's it's time now. We don't want to have that talk that, they're young, secondary, and this is early start and all that. We're coming ready to play, and we're not having no excuses. First game next week, and we're going to be ready.
Thank you.
Okay, our next question comes from Ira Kaufman.
Jordan, what differences do you notice in Mike Edwards in year two for Mike, and how much can he contribute to the Bucs this season?
Yeah, Mike, he's grown a lot. Coming in last year as a rookie, it's just picking up that playbook and just learning how to be a pro. But Mike's doing good. He's doing real good. He's smart. He knows the plays. He's doing a good job getting his hands on the ball. He's fitting in a run game. So you can't. Mike's doing his job, and he's grown a lot from last year.
What do you see as his as most of his talents, Jordan? What does he do well?
Yeah, Mike, he gets his hands on the ball. I think with Mike, he makes a lot of plays. There's a lot of plays out there for Mike to make, and he makes them. He gets his hands on the ball. He plays the middle of the field sometimes, and he's asked to come in the box a little bit. So Mike makes his plays, and one thing he just got to keep doing is just like keep progressing, work on one thing every day, and just focus on that, and just keep getting better at that.
Thanks, Jordan.
Okay, next is Ed Encina.
Hey, Jordan, we know you're a guy who likes to tackle, likes to lay a hit on a guy. Without OTAs and without the preseason games and stuff like that, I know you guys have more tackling drills in camp, but how has that been different in terms of preparing for a season, in terms of tackling and all the aspects of it that you need to practice going into a season?
Right. So yeah, preseason, obviously you get to you're not playing against the Bucs like you do during camp. So that's your time to really focus on your fundamentals and tackling and stuff like that. But, we've been doing a lot of drills, like you said, a lot of tackling drills. We've been thudding up, doing practice every day, a couple periods of live. So we had got our work on tackling, and tackling is just a mindset thing, really. You got to put body on body in. At the end of the day, that's all it comes down to. So keep your head up, and it's a mindset.
Thank you.
Okay, next is going to be John Ledyard.
Jordan, you and Jared Cook have had some fun matchups, especially last year. What makes him maybe such a tough matchup, and how do you think you're better prepared this year to be able to defend against him?
Yeah, Cook, he got good speed for a tight end, like real good speed. He's long, so he got that good straightaway speed. And this year I've just been studying him, studying the Saints, and I'm ready. I'm confident and I'm ready.
Thanks.
All right, our final question is going to come from Luke Easterling.
Jordan, obviously you're a big play guy on defense. You were the same way in college, but in high school you were a big play guy no matter what side of the ball you were on. It seemed like every time you touched the ball, you were making something happen. Have you ever tried to get in Bruce's ear and be like, "Hey, man, I can make some plays on offense now"?
No, I never tried to get in his ear about that. But I got myself, I got to get an interception and take it to the house first. And then maybe, talk about that a little bit, but got to get a pick six first.
Thanks, Jordan.
All right, that's all for today. Thanks for taking the time, Jordan.
Yes, sir. Thank you.